Hey guys, I'm Emily. Welcome to my channel. A common question I get asked is, how do you paint realistic animal fur with watercolor? For this video, I'll be sharing 5 tips for painting realistic looking animal fur. So be sure to watch all the way to the end so you can hear my #1 tip for painting realistic, beautiful animals, and so you can see this baby black bear come to life. Tip number 1. Use high-quality cotton watercolor paper. If you want great results, set yourself up for success by using high-quality paper. You can get away with cheaper brushes, cheaper paint, but the paper is everything. So make the investment and get yourself some nice paper. For this painting, I used rough pressed paper for the first time. Normally I use cold pressed paper, but today I wanted to experiment with rough pressed and I really liked it. It's porous and absorbent and so beautiful for those wet on wet techniques in watercolor. And it takes a little bit longer to dry, so you have more time to create soft effects with the rough pressed paper. This particular paper is Arch's 140-pound rough pressed paper. Tip number 2. Start with light washes of paint and build up texture and value with layers. I think it's a mistake to dive into the details too soon, especially when you're painting fur. Fur in real life is really complex and it's made up of layers, so why not try to imitate that in your painting? Building up layers gradually also prevents you from making the mistake of going too dark too soon. So give it a try, start with a couple of light washes and start to add a little bit of value in shadow areas with blended washes first, and then gradually start to add in your fur texture details. Tip number 3. Use a rough foliage brush or splayer brush to create fine hair details. This is one of my favorite techniques for painting the details in the fur. Once you've got your layers down, you've got your values in, you can start adding these details with a little bit darker, more pigmented paint. And when you splay your brush, it's a little hard on the brush, but it looks so great. You can see I use this technique a lot with the hairs around the bear's head. And after adding several layers to the legs and to the body of the bear, I did this as a last bit of detail in a darker value so that you could really see it stand out. You have to be strategic about where you place those details. You don't want the entire subject to be completely covered in these fine hair details, or it'll just look way too uniform. So mix it up and choose where you want those details to be. I recommend putting those details in areas of the painting where you really want to draw attention and that are most important to you. So give that a try. Tip number 4. Study your reference photo carefully and paint the fur in the direction that it's growing. Don't just assume that fur is all just straight lines and that if you paint fine detailed fur everywhere all over the painting, it'll look good. No, it's very important to pay attention to the direction that the fur is growing. For example, around the bear's face, the fur is kind of growing out and angled towards the ears. And as you get down to the legs, it's curving downward and straighter a little bit more. So really pay attention to your reference, and I think you'll be really happy with how much more realistic your painting looks. My final and most important tip for creating realistic animal paintings is to just be patient with your progress and practice a lot. Practice, practice, practice. Watch lots of videos like this and try it on your own. Really, the best way to get great results is to experiment for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and share with all your friends. I'll be posting every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thanks so much for watching.